Hey, yeah, I got Bloodborne when I got all caught up in the hype, so I got it as soon as it released. I've never played any of the Dark Souls game, and everybody talks about how difficult this is. Um, I'm enjoying it because just stimulation of something new and something I've never done before. And I've died 1,000 deaths. I mean, it took me hours and hours just to get this beginning part. But when it all comes down to it, it's kind of like Groundhog's Day. Everything is going to be in the exact same place every time you come by. So once you learn how to attack stuff, once you learn, its weaknesses and stuff, uh, I don't think it's going to be all that hard. And in the long run, and eventually, I think people will be doing speed runs of this. So right off the bat, you don't have any sort of weapon or anything, and there's this giant werewolf over there, and I died 1,000 times against this thing. Initially, I looked all around thinking I'd find a weapon in here, but no. You start out with no weapons, and you don't get any weapon until you get to what is called the Hunter's Dream, which is basically the hub of all this. So initially, you want to just kind of avoid this wolf, um, and he's kind of tricky, but you can kind of get to where you can keep him to where he'll stay in that room, and you can open the door to get out of here. And then once you get out of here, there's really only one guy um, between you and where you have to get to open up. I guess you'd say it's the first checkpoint. And once you get to that checkpoint and get to the Hunter's Dream, you can get your weapons, and then there's like a little store there where you can buy all your gear. So I chose the one. Me, of course, I chose the class that starts you off with 420 pesos. I can't echoes, blood echoes. That's what they really call them. They're like souls from the other game. People say, and since you use them to buy stuff, I call them pesos. Anyway, just avoid this guy right here. Um, get out of the building, and if you can get out of the building without following me, there's some other stuff laying around that you can loot. But I was just trying to get right to the checkpoint without dying, so I can keep all my pesos and buy some gear. And you'll see, I've tried this a few times. I played for 3 hours not even knowing how to equip my weapons, so I was just karate chopping everything. So needless to say, I kind of got pretty decent at karate chopping. So this next guy that you have to get around, I just karate chopped him to death. It was a lot of fun, and managed to get back to Hunter's Dream without dying. Of course, and this time through, I actually managed to get all my gear. Once you get to Hunter's Dream, you can actually buy yourself a piece of gear because you didn't die. And then you just come out here, and once you learn where all these guys are, you can just blaze through them. I mean, what may have taken 4 or 5 hits or more, and death even, to figure out what they do, you can kind of one-shot them once you figure out what the hell they're doing. Like this guy. This guy runs with you with this axe, and then he swings the fire. And actually, the fire is more dangerous than the damn axe. The fire keeps you burning. If you do get caught on fire, you just kind of jump and roll to get out of the way. So I just karate chopped this guy to death. Get on to the end. I'm personally, the game's great. I'm having a blast with it. It's just got to keep me entertained. I plan on it keeping me entertained for about 6 weeks until Witcher 3 comes out. Once Witcher 3 comes out, hopefully it'll be so just, I'm not going to talk for the rest of the video. It's kind of fun. I enjoy it. And I enjoy making videos. This was all straight time, too. 15 minutes. I managed to capture this one on PlayStation for a change, instead of Twitch. So, yeah, you could just get this guy down here and just try and outrun him to where you need to go. But I tried that a bunch of times already and died almost every time. And besides, learning how to kill something with a karate chop is going to be, a piece of cake compared to what's coming up. I think so. This looks like a lot of fun. You're going to be fighting some really nasty monsters. Different sorts of stuff comes to mind, like, the gothic horror reminds me of Castlevania. I was always a huge Castlevania fan. And it kind of reminds me of a platformer, too, because it's almost linear. It's not like the open world games that I like so much. This seems pretty linear. And like I'm saying, all these guys are going to show up. I decided to go ahead and kill this guy, and then that way it'd be guaranteed for me to be able to turn the switch and get up the ladders. There's some other guys over here that you can aggro too if you do too much. And then, so I got a little bit of the pesos there. So now I'm more than 420 in the money that I've got to spend. Different classes, you'll start with different amounts. You can actually start with enough money to be able to buy your gear when you get to Hunter's Dream. But I had to go with the guy that starts with 420 pesos, or blood echoes. And then over here's the switch. Flip this little switch over here. There's a couple of guys sleeping down at the end of this little walkway, but I'm not gonna fuck with them now. I don't think I fucked with them. I thought about it. I thought about it, and then it was like, no, no, no. I better be leave well enough alone, because I'd probably go and kill them. And I had done so good so far here. So hit the switch, get the ladder to come down, and just up there's nothing that's gonna fight up there, just a god awful screen that is just like the old ambience and everything. It's cool, I'm enjoying it. Okay, there's that screen. It's creepy man. And this becomes like your checkpoint or teleport. So it will be one of the places that you come back to. Now it takes you to Hunter's Dream, and you'll be seeing this screen a bunch. I could have just sped it up, but I didn't.